Hello there, I'm Dr. Connor Bell, and this video is to help you prepare for your New Mexico All-State auditions in the 2023-2024 school year. This video is for your Lyrical Etude, which is number 35, I believe, in the original Weissenborn. It's an F-sharp minor, which is a wonderful key, no sarcasm intended. And you'll only be doing about the first 32 measures of this and ending on the fermata high C sharp. So here are a few of the things to keep in mind when you're working on this one. A lot of it is higher in the bassoon's range, getting in well into our third octave. So if you're not already comfortable playing up there, it's a really good idea to start pushing your scales into that octave so that these higher notes feel like a normal part of your technique rather than something special or something really outside of your range. So for instance, because this one is in F sharp minor, you should be practicing your F sharp minor scales, the natural minor scale, but also harmonic and melodic minors show up quite a bit in this. And if they are familiar to you in a scale context, they'll also feel more natural to you in the context of this piece. And to start getting into that high C sharp, I'd practice my F sharp minor scale all the way up to a high C sharp, not just the 2-octave format. I would do your 2 octaves and maybe you slow down, that's fine. The higher range is going to be less comfortable than the lower range. So if you need to slow down for now, that's okay. But really adding in those last 5 notes, F sharp, G sharp, A natural, B natural, and C sharp, going up and going down, will make you a lot more comfortable when you're playing this. So our tempo indication is andante maestoso, so fairly slow. Maestoso has a majestic connotation to it. I don't know exactly how majestic this one is, but it shouldn't be too rushed. You should be really lingering on the characters. Especially in this opening phrase, we have staccato low notes, and then we leap up to slurred higher notes. You're essentially playing 2 instruments' parts at the same time. You're accompanying yourself. And this is something the bassoon does a lot. So when I play this, you'll hear that I really treat the lower notes and the upper notes differently so that it sounds like 2 people. You could even practice this with a friend, and one person plays the low notes, one person plays the upper notes, and it should feel like a duet, whether you're playing with someone or just by yourself. There are a few fingerings that might help you. For instance, if we're looking in that first little tenor clef bit with those grace notes, E sharp, I do my normal E sharp or F natural. F sharp, I do my normal F sharp. So in this case, 2, 3, the resonance key, 1, 2, and the low F key. But then when I go to the G sharp, instead of using my full G sharp fingering, I'm just going to lift 1 and 2 in my right hand. That's how we trill F sharp to G sharp. And using that trill fingering here will make things a lot more smooth. Like that. Will go a long way to making that sound effortless and improvisatory, which is kind of how it should sound. Also, on that note, when we're looking in the 4th line, at least in my edition, measure 17, we have a trill from E sharp to F sharp. To do that, we finger our normal E sharp, or F natural, and just trill the second finger in your right hand. A couple bars later, we trill D sharp to E natural. And so for this, I use my normal D sharp fingering, which is 1, 2, 2, 3. And then we trill with our, preferably with our thumb on the A flat key. You can also trill with your pinky on the A flat key, but your thumb is stronger, so it's easier to do that trill well. And then you resolve down to the C sharp. If you're uncomfortable with the tenor clef, that's okay, that's normal. I'd recommend that you not write in every note name. Only write in the note names you need. So try memorizing that the top line of the tenor clef is E, and the middle line of the tenor clef is A, and go from there. You might see like in measure pickups to measure 11, we have a scale. And so if you figure out that the first note in tenor clef is an A, you shouldn't need to write in the G sharp, F sharp, E natural, D. You should just go down from your A like it's a scale, because it is. Otherwise, this should be very straightforward. You should concentrate on having a beautiful singing sound and just being very expressive. At the very end, my preferred fingering for high C sharp is kind of like you're doing a rude gesture with both hands at once. You should have your two middle fingers in the air and everything else down. So it would be 1-3 in the resonance key in your left hand. With either the high D key or the high C key, I prefer the high D key for better response here. That's the top one with your thumb. But if you don't have that, you can get away with using the C key. And then your right hand should also be 1-3, and then the A flat key and the B flat key is my preferred fingering. And luckily for us, you get a sforzando on that note, so you can really punch it. If you're having trouble with response, your reed might be old. Or you could also try taking more reed in your mouth. That essentially makes the instrument shorter, and it helps the high notes come out. So if I'm really trying to make sure that C sharp's going to come out, I'm going to take most of the reed in my mouth so that my lip is near the first wire. Similarly, for the low C sharp, you can take less reed in your mouth, and that makes the instrument longer and helps your pitch and response in the low register. So it should go a little something like this. And that's where we're stopping this, on the dominant instead of finishing the whole etude. Good luck on your auditions, and let me know if you have any questions.